Hey, Dr. O. It is late, and I am two-thirds of the way through my second GPA commentary. So this is probably going to be the shortest narrative you're going to get, because all of a sudden I went, oh, I need to make my narrative before I finish. So here we go. Provide a general statement about this week events. This has been a really good week. Definitely stressful with a lot of emotional breakdowns over at TPA. But other than at TPA, teaching wise, it's been an incredible week. Um, what went well? I had some really good moments with students this week, particularly in my general level class, my general level civics and economic class. Um, I was really able, when you talked Tuesday night about a spelling success, my word for success was reach. Whether I've reached students so that they understand content, whether or reach them emotionally, that's when I know I've had a successful day of teaching. And I had several of those moments this week teaching. Um, Miss Garza was out 3 days, and 2 of those days I was at school, and the fourth one I had a sub with me, all three. And the fourth one, we were giving a test, and Paige suggested that I take it off and spend the whole day working on a TPA, and that was today. Um, Today, Friday. But yesterday, I was walking around my general class, and we were talking, and they were like, "You won't be here tomorrow, won't we be here tomorrow? Well, Miss Garza will be here tomorrow." And I was like, "No, Miss Johnson's going to be with you, and she's going to give you your test, and I'm working on my thing." And one of the boys, who can kind of be a bit of a whippersnapper, he goes, "Does Miss Garza have to come back?" And the girl sitting next to him went, "I like you better than Miss Garza." And I was like, "Okay." I didn't say anything. I didn't say. All I said was, "You're gonna love Miss Garza. You just don't know her well enough yet. Miss Garza's taught me almost everything I know. So if you like me, you're gonna love her. I've just been the main one teaching you." Which is so, so true. They just don't know her. She's normally the person just sitting behind the desk doing her thing. Um, but at the same time, hearing kids say that was kind of shocking, just because you don't get that kind of feedback from kids regularly. Um, and that was definitely solution focused, because I didn't get flustered, I didn't get frustrated, I didn't get weird. I just was like, "No, you're gonna love Miss Garza." Focusing on the positive, focusing on the solution. Um, this week I had a student, um, who hasn't turned in hardly any work this semester, come in during planning for tutoring, and she had to make up a test, and she looked at it, and she hasn't been doing well, poor thing. And she was really, really rebellious at the beginning of class, and she starts giving me a bunch of excuses about how she's sick, and I told her I was going to help her succeed. And this is a month later. She's finally sitting down to take the test that she didn't take, and she goes, "I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. I I don't know any of this. I don't know any of this." And I started talking, but she wouldn't look at me. And I went, "Rebecca, I want you to look at me." And she turned and she looked at me, and I went, "Rebecca, a 20 is better than a 0. A 40 is better than a 0. A 10 is better than a 0. Whatever you get on this is better than what you currently have. And I'm currently working on an extra credit project for you all to do to make up your grade for this." I was like, "So you'll do the extra credit project, you'll come in during planning and work on any work you need to get done. If you work with me and you put the time and effort into this class, you will not fail." And she looked at me like she was about to cry, and she went, "Thank you. Okay." And she did it. And she finished all the work that she hadn't turned in. And she got it turned in that day. And it was wonderful. Um, and that was amazing that I was able to have that. Um, Challenges this week, I'm having some management issues with my honors level class. I have a girl that called me a son of a bitch and wouldn't comply. And I have another student that won't do the work I ask. Both of them have very entitled attitudes. And both of these issues happened when Miss Garza was not there. So Miss Garza and I talked on the phone tonight about it, and we came up with some strategies to work with. And it's really hard because I've been trying to be solution focused with this one student, and I've been trying to, the one that told me I was a son of a bitch, I've tried to encourage her in her work. I've left her notes on her homework. I've tried to make like an emotional connection with her, a lot like I did with Rebecca in second, and nothing is working. I'm like, I don't know how to reach you. I'm like, I don't want to have to do the opposite, which she's being openly defiant about her phone in the classroom. Um, and now she's starting to swear at me. So I'm getting to the point where I might need to make some steps for calling administration, and not making a fuss about it, just going, the student isn't complying, um, or trying to connect with her on a one-on-one level. But I've tried to connect with her on a one-on-one level multiple times, and she's getting to the point where she's swearing at me, and no kindness is really effective. So that's my challenge of this week, and what I'm going to have to work on in the next couple weeks. Insights I've gained about self, and the classroom and teaching strategies. Miss Garza was out 2.5 days this week, and with her father being sick, I've been alone a lot, um, or with a sub, and the subs don't do anything. I teach. What I've learned about that is that I can do this. I am missing Miss Garza, but when her dad is, in the ICU and the social studies conference come up, it's been kind of hard. But she's calling me and we're talking on the phone all the time. But I'm also learning that I can do this and that I am capable. And that's a big insight, because there are some days when I come home and I go, what am I doing? And I'm having less of those days. And this week has kind of been okay, when I get hired and I have my own classroom, I'm going to be okay. Opportunities for self-care. It's at TPA. There's no such thing as self-care. Um, I'm going to the movies tomorrow night with my boyfriend, but I can't do that until I'm done with Task 2's commentary and Task 3's commentary and the grading I have to do to complete Task 3's commentary. So I'm going to get off and finish my EdTPA goal for this evening. Thank you, Dr. Smith and Dr. O, for being so awesome on a regular basis. I'm so thankful for you both. Have a good weekend. And have a good cruise, Dr. O.